that time. It's time for the dopest sports show on radio to invade your airwaves. It's The Crush, streaming live on the Sensation Station Network. And I am your humble co-host, E. Glaze. And with me is that guy, all world famous. Makes you hurt. What's happening, Hurt?
Man, one of us has to be humble. I'm glad it's you, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Glad it's you, sir.
I mean, you doing your thing, though, man.
I'm just chilling.
You chilling?
I'm not, but compared to what's going
What's
on
going
today,
on?
I'm not doing anything, so I'm not working hard enough.
Man, we got a great show for you guys today.
Yes, we do.
Man, I look.
Hey, man.
This guy created something that helped us through college.
Bruh.
This product was needed when we was getting through.
You need to tell him I still, when I bought the velour back, I brought back the platinum FUBU as well.
The platinum FUBU.
I sure did. I had it all. I was all in.
Man, our interview, we're going to be with J. Alexander Martin. You get your little introduction in a minute. We'll talk to him in a minute. But we also, man, after we get through, man, make sure we got to talk a little NBA.
Okay.
A little AAF. We didn't jump into it yesterday.
Okay.
We got to talk about that as well.
Okay.
And I also got to say something to get it off my chest, man. Just a little something to
Without
go through
a doubt.
today, man. But I'm excited. This day been a long time, make sure. But how was your day, bro?
Man, it was pretty cool. It was rainy. A lot of that kind of stuff going on. But, you know, hey, man, still I rise. Still I rise.
You dropping Jews like
Still
that today?
I rise. No, that's from that Nick Cannon movie.
You know that's Maya Angelou.
Love Don't Cost a Thing.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
You dropping lyrics.
That's my, you know, hey.
Hey, man.
I knew that. I was just, you know what I'm saying. I watched that movie today.
You watched it today?
Yeah, I watched that movie.
I watched it today, man.
I was doing the dance and everything. And Nick
You all right,
dance.
man? I know ceiling wasn't the roof yesterday, but you okay?
Ceiling was not the roof, but I did, you know, Jordan was in the building.
There he was.
He was in the building. He still has that effect on people, so it is what it is.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Hey, so I'm just glad you still, you know, Carolina still got some things to do.
Yeah, man. It's
Virginia
all
still
good.
doing their thing.
It's all good.
But give a shout out to our people at Phoenix Senior Living.
Yes.
For all your senior living needs, check them out at phoenixsrliving.com and find out more about Phoenix Senior Living, man. So, hey, man, I'm just feeling good.
You should be. You should be.
I got my research. I make sure I checked out the show today. I did some, make sure we got some things.
Right.
So I just hope that, you know, I do it right. But, yo, who in the building with us today?
Yo, it's Jay from FUBU up here.
Hey!
I'm next up on Crush Sports Radio, yo.
Hey, man. You hear him.
Yo, son, let's go, son.
Let's go. Hey, man, we're going to this crushing interview brought to our people at Oracy Software. Man, go to Oracy.com to find out about all the great things they got going on right now. Maceo,
Yes.
please introduce our guest, sir.
For us, by us. Y'all know what it is. J. Alexander Martin, author, culture creator.
It's a nice title.
To the microphone. What's going on, Jay? Talk to us.
I'm gonna take you on the road.
Hey,
guys.
man, take me on the road with you, baby. I got you. Hey, I got a good fee. I got an easy fee. I just need 5, 10 hats in different colors, and we good. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I start with this, Jay. How is Jay Alexander? How are you doing right now, sir?
Man, you know what? It's funny. On the ride here, I was saying to myself, I'm doing a lot. You know, some people say, are you doing the most? No, I said, I'm doing a lot. I'm doing a lot. A lot's going on with me. A lot's going on with FUBU. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it.
Wow.
I'm enjoying it. Just enjoying my life.
I got to start with this because I was in from the first commercial. The hat, the T-shirts. How did FUBU come about?
So 7 years ago, our fathers. To be honest, really. Okay, so quick story. There's this guy named Damon John, right?
Yeah.
Everybody know who he is.
I think you heard
The
of
shark.
Yeah, we think we heard of it.
Yeah.
So later on the story, I'll tell you I'm the dolphin. He's a shark.
Okay.
Gotta definitely hear that part.
And so he was making this like tie top hat, and it was sort of in fashion, you know, back then. I was coming home from a Desert Storm. I was in the military, U.S. Navy. Got out on a medical discharge. Got into an accident. Got some money out of that, and wanted to be in fashion. Started going to FIT. I saw he was making his hat, and there was a label on it, and it said FUBU. I was like, FB. It's like, what's that, bro? That's like hot. Excuse my French. Sometimes I'm Puerto Rican, but I said, I'm like, what are you doing with that? And he's like, man, I'm just trying to sell. You know, because back then, Dame was the type of guy, you know, he'll sell you, you know, water to a rock. He'll do all that. He'll sell anything that was around. He just was that type of guy.
Right.
Which is cool and later on because, you know, you're doing business with him. Unless you're on the right side of business with him, I should say. So basically, long story short is, he was making the hats. I came along. I was like, look, man, I could turn this into a clothing line. Look at me like I have 4 heads, 6 arms. And I gave him the money. I gave him $6,000 and said, you know, let's start this.
Wow.
That's the realest, shortest version I could ever say.
I love it.
That's dope.
I love it.
But there's 4 of y'all. How did it go from 2 to 4 to get the crew?
So 2 to 4. So basically, Carl and Damon initially, they lived like down a block from each other. I lived like a little further out, and Keith lived way, way, way further out. Well, sort of another town over, let's just say. So Keith lived in the house that Damon rented him space in the house, and he was kind of around, but he was actually working, doing some other stuff. He already had a job. He was in I believe in real estate, property management, something like that. So Carl and Damon were actually selling the hats. I was in the Navy. When I came home from the Navy, I was going to FIT, so my idea was focused on just being in fashion. That's all I cared about.
Right.
I was working at Macy's. I was doing whatever I had to do because I wanted to be in fashion. So I saw this as an opportunity and said, hey, you know what? Put my money where my mouth is and start this. So then Carl was actually running around helping him sell the hats at the time. So that's how he was involved. Then I came along and said, let me take this to another level. So it was just 3 of us kind of just doing it for a while.
Gotcha.
And then Keith, eventually he stopped doing what he was doing and came aboard. So then it's how all 4 of us.
Gotcha.
How does this hat and T-shirt make it into the hands of LL Cool J?
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you a story that I probably haven't told really too much of anybody, but I used to be a rapper.
That's why you holding that mic.
That's
like
why
that.
I saw you. I saw it.
That's why you was on the mic like that.
That's a vision. I was like, yo, I could really do that. So LL was in a rap group. Three of them, and LL's best friend, brother, I was in a rap group with. So that's how LL and I became cool from that childhood type of thing. Damon knew LL because Damon used to go on tour when he used to run around and go on tour. So neighborhood kids, they just run, you know, wherever he's at, they jump in the car and they'll go to like Virginia or whatever, goes to different dates. So my relationship with him was from actually rapping and just being his best friend's, you know, brother's best friends, his best friends, my best friends, whatever. However, I'm saying this all twisted, but in the end, that's how it all kind of came about. So he felt like, you know, these are some neighborhood guys, you know, let me help them out.
Seeing things like this, I mean, you talk about the hat, you talking about LL, but did you see this happening? Did you guys sit and say, this could be a worldwide product, this is something that could be everywhere?
Now, I'm going to answer this, and I answer this the same way all the time. I tell everyone, I say yes.
Okay.
Why? Because I'm the type of guy that I know what's going to work. I know that this is what I was destined to do, and these were the guys I was going to do it with. Now, the other guys, they not so much. They wouldn't know that. Why? Because they didn't want to be in fashion. This is not something they wanted to do.
Oh, okay.
So it was my dream. So I knew where I was going, and where God had my destiny going, I knew I was going there. I was kind of showing them what the dream was. And they just took it on for a ride. I put my money up, I put my mind up, I put my body up, I put my soul up, and I just did it.
And there it is.
Wow. This is intriguing. Because like I say, I was all in from the first time I saw the commercial to the first. I can remember going in Macy's and getting the hat.
Well, let me tell you a story about Macy's. I used to work at Macy's, right?
Yeah.
And I worked in the tie department. And I was like the self-proclaimed manager of the tie department. Like, I wasn't the manager. I just was an employee.
Just say I'm the manager. I'm the guy.
But sit up straight. And what had happened, I would have people come and have me, for me, like line up for me to help them style their suits.
Right.
So there's ties from like $400 to like $19.99. So one day I'm getting the eye, I'm really into fashion. Like I really wanted to be it. Actually I really wanted to be a buyer. I wasn't gonna really do this. I was gonna be a buyer. And one day I guess the manager didn't feel too kindly of me really busting my butt and getting the eye on the merchandise managers and all that. And he said, look, I pulled me in the room and said, yo, you know what? I found this tie on the floor and I think you tried to steal it.
Oh.
So I'm like, here we go.
Okie doke.
Here we go.
Oh, no.
I said, yo,
Okie doke.
I said, listen, sir, no, not me.
Wow.
I said, listen, I really want to be in this business. If you write me up, I'm not going to be able to get into the buyer's program. Can you please, look, I didn't try to steal anything. No. Now, granted, the tie was $19.99. On sale, actually was half off. Then on sale, with my discount, so maybe the tie came out to like $5, if anything.
Oh.
And you had ties for like $400. So like my thinking, anybody would look and say, why would I take a tie that I can get for $5? If I'm gonna take a tie, I'm gonna take the $400 one.
Right.
Man, we just getting started, man. Stay with us, man.
SSN18M.com. Sensation Station Network.
Hey, I see you, Prime. I see you around the way, girl. I see you, Prime.
Bamboo earrings, at least 2 pounds.
Hey, man, you listen to the Crush Sports Talk right here on the Sensation Station Network. Right now, man, we have J. Alexander Martin from FUBU.
For us, by us.
For us, by us, man, in the building. We just talking about him trying to get gaffled with a $5 tie. But
Yeah,
man.
When did you...
I was trying to bring the black man down.
Trying to...
Always, man, always.
You always knew that this was going to be big, but when did it hit that this was big? Around what time did you say, wow, we doing some things?
I got to bring it back to money, because when you know something's big and your check is a 1M, and you got a check in your hand that's 1M, and you're like, and you just look at it. It's so pretty.
It look pretty.
Yo, you don't even want to sign it because you're going to mess it up. You're going to mess it up. So you take a picture of it.
Right.
Right. I don't know what to do with the picture, too. I do my one of my old phones. But you take a picture of it, and you just sit there, and you just reflect like, yo.
1 mil.
How was it being that, okay, now you jumped off. I mean, you guys are, you're right there with all Hill Figure, Ralph Lauren. Y'all doing the same kind of numbers.
Mm-hmm. $6 billion in sales to date. Sorry, my bad.
He didn't say M. He said B. He didn't say M.
Sorry, my bad.
He said 6 billion.
Oh. Just, how was that, knowing that this is something that we created, and we walking runways, we doing our own shows.
It's culture, man. You know what? Like when you destined to help and move a generation, and you speak into, it's more than who you are. It's more than what you do. It's more than what. It's not about you anymore.
Right. And
you move by the spirit. You move by the momentum. You move by the glory. You know, the happiness that people see when they're in something that was for them, that's by them. And I'm not necessarily just talking about black. I'm just talking about the culture, people that love the music and style and fashion. That person.
I was all in.
I know you saw the check and it was one thing, but when you start seeing people wearing your clothing?
We used to say, we had this slogan called "One Time." Every time you see somebody, we go, "One time, one time." And after a while, I be like, well, what are you gonna say? 300 times?
You gonna need a bottle of water.
We just gonna keep on saying "one time."
Right. That's crazy. But during this process, what are some of the biggest things that you learned early in the game that you had to that help you get forward and move forward in this game?
One of the, and this is minute really to it, but it was kind of big, and it kind of led me to be able to go uptown and downtown. As I always say, dress how you want to be addressed.
Dope. I got to tweet that. I tweet that during the break.
Dress how
That's
you wanna
tweetable
be.
moment right there. I like
Dress how
that.
you want to be addressed.
I like that.
And because there's always a story that all the guys tell, and I tell it as well, about how when I used to go and try to go buy fabric or go to different places, manufacturers, whatever, and I'd walk in looking like whatever, like I just came home, I just, just throw on something, because I didn't have much. You know what I mean? We didn't have much because we wasn't really making money when we first started, but they would just look at me in a certain kind of way and like, okay, get this guy, go, he's about to steal something, get this guy out of here. So then, when I got that, got that money, I turned around and kept some of it and bought some clothes. I had to buy some slacks and a shirt, So then when I go in, I look presentable.
Right.
And because you could say, listen, man, I don't care. I can do what I want. You can do that all you want. But some things are for and some things are not for, as far as time. It's not the right time to look like this. If it's time to look like that. But you got to be presentable. I mean, you got to have a command of the king's language as well, too. Everything can't be about, yo, what's up?
Right. Glenn, can I ask one more question real quick? Because I wanted to just expound. So, do you guys understand that because you guys created culture, y'all spawned Rockaway, y'all spawned Sean John, like, y'all were the spark for all of that. Do y'all realize that?
No, I cannot take that credit. I won't take that credit. I'll take the credit because I think that honestly, and I'm just telling from my point of view, and this may, my critics may look like I'm crazy. I think we're the biggest marketed brand. And
I agree.
We were the best. We were the best at it. Nobody.
Without
I mean, we in history books, we in museums, we in all that. But I feel that Carl Kanad was the one that really paved the way. Other than that, we would be nowhere without him.
Because I can tell you early in my college days, it was some Kanais, it was some cross colors, it was some FUBUs. All that was in the closet.
He's the godfather,
Kanai.
He's the godfather, and that's it.
Yeah.
We just took it and ran with it.
When we come back, we're going to talk about money making them crazy. We got to talk about that. Stay with us.
SSNATM.com. Sensation Station Network.
Oh, man. Listening and watching the Crush Sports Talk.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Oh, the Sensation Station.
Yo, B, hit me now.
I'm going to get some lyrics in a minute. We better drop it. Alexander Martin is in the building. And we're
You
talking
don't want none. You don't
about
want none of this.
the creative culture that you've created. So, what did success teach you?
Man, what did success teach me? It taught me, man, that's a hard question. Because you know why I say that? Because I'm still learning. So when you try to grasp one thing and say you learned it, you didn't really learn it.
Right.
Because you can't learn everything. So there's always more to learn about that subject. So how could I say what it taught me?
You're still learning.
Because I'm still learning.
That's what's up.
So let's get into the book, because you become an author. Talk about, first of all, explain the title of the book.
Okay, the title of the book is called Money Makes Me Crazy. And everybody has, I believe it makes everybody crazy. I believe it makes everybody crazy in some way. No matter what your ethnicity or how you were raised, whatever. We all have our vices and what we like to spend money on. Some people, they could be a miser, but then they still want something. They're gonna want something.
Right.
And my thing was money. My thing with money was just I'd like to spend. I mean, I like to enjoy myself. And if I was enjoying myself, I want to make sure everybody else enjoyed themselves. So it made me crazy to want to make everybody else happy. And then after a while, sometimes I had to step back and say, well, am I happy? Am I having fun?
Wow.
What made you write the book?
Well, actually, the backstory is a friend of mine, I went to speak at a billionaires conference,
Not a millionaire.
No, that billionaires company. I don't have. Listen, I ain't trying to front. I don't have a beat, but there was some bees in there. There was some bees in there, and they were women.
Oh wow.
It was women bees.
Yeah.
I mean, bees all over the place. I was like, yo, I'm over here. Okay, so long story short, let me get to it because we have much time. So basically, my co-writer, Ted McMillan, a friend of mine said, hey, I want to introduce you to this book called Money Makes Me Crazy. I guess it was the original version of it, and it was just supposed this whole thing about money temperament and how you spend money, and you have to understand money and understand who you are, so you understand your relationship with money, and I was like, wow, this is interesting. I should have knew this a long time ago because I wouldn't have done so much.
Right.
I would have, you know what I mean? Because one of my partners on our Samsung side, that's our distributor, has a father that was in the Holocaust. It just died. Actually, last year he died. And he used to say, "Save your money, save your money." And I'm like, "What the heck does that mean? Save your? I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Saving it.
Right.
I'm getting it. What are you talking about? You see it? You want? I'll show you the picture. You want a check, yo? I'm getting checks. I'm the boss.
I ain't writing rhymes. I'm writing checks.
Shit, you know, and that stuff just goes to your head.
Yeah.
And you just start doing things. You want more. You buy one watch that's, $50,000. The next thing you need one that's $70,000. And then you got one Benz. You got this. You got a car. And I remember coming out my house one day, because I have a basketball court in my basement. I don't even play. And I came out my house one day. And all 4 of my cars didn't work. I had to take a cab to work.
Wow.
I'm like, what am I doing?
So you got 4 cars.
None of them work.
None of them work. Something happened to every single one of them. You know what it was? Because in New York, we have roads are
Yeah, bad. All bad.
Y'all riding on daisies up here.
Yeah.
Shoot. You can eat up your ground. and we have nothing but potholes. So, rims. And all my cars have rims. And they all was messed up. All the tires were messed up.
I gotta ask. What were the 4?
Huh?
What were the 4 cars?
Range Rover, Porsche, 500 Benz, and Bentley.
And none of them worked.
They all the rim. Something was wrong with the No, you know what's funny? Recently, what happened was not recently, but what happened in that situation, and I always reflect back on that. And I was having with somebody, and I was explaining it to them, and they were like, "No, we don't have those problems." So basically, the problem was I parked it in the wrong spot. The tow people came, towed it away. They didn't flatbed it, so they slid it on the ground and put a hole in the gas tank. So I didn't get it to go. I didn't take it. And I'm still trying to fight them to get yo, what you did? And they're like, sorry. And I couldn't prove it. So that was everything else was a rims problem.
My heart just hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
feel a little bad.
The Porsche. My Porsche was like Kit. Remember Kit?
Yeah.
Knight Rider.
Like my Porsche was like Knight Rider. It had every gadget in there. But with every gadget in there and every speaker, electric goes. And then the other one, I needed new brake pads.
Can you imagine the cab driver like?
Roll up like, hold on.
Wait a minute.
Why you need me again?
I'm at the right house.
You know you can drive.
I'm at the right house. Holy crap.
So those are things you start reflecting on. So he made me understand all of that by talking to me, telling me, putting me, not necessarily putting me in a box, but telling me that, you're a spender. And once you understand all that, then you can have a better relationship with money. And so now I think things differently. Like if I go to a hotel, I used to just go to the minibar and drink because it's a convenience. Now it's like, no, I'll go buy a liquor. I'll buy a big bottle of that same price as that little bottle that's in the refrigerator.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I just think differently. I'm not a miser. I still sometimes have problems. I have my my Apple Watch.
Right.
Actually, this was a gift from my family. My mother gave me for my for Christmas, and I got my Rolex. But my Rolex, I was like, okay. And then I used to have a whole bunch of watches, but I got rid of them, and so I just kept one Rolex, and I have this. And I don't even wear the Rolex. I wear this.
Right.
You know.
Wow. When did it get? Oh, go ahead, Michelle.
No, go ahead.
When did spending? Cause I'm looking at the Thai house squandering millions of dollars building food. But when did it get real crazy for you? When you were like, man, I wake up, I got 50 watches. You sound like Mayweather around here.
I wasn't a Mayweather type. Mayweather is like a flat. Hey man, listen. Everybody, he does it like he does what he does for marketing.
It's absolute.
Like, stop reading into the.
One of the best in the business.
Oh, without a doubt.
Stop reading into it. Like,
but you gonna watch his fight.
Yeah. It's like he's doing that because he needs to be. He's already at the top, so now I have to go back and villainize myself again.
Right.
So, I mean,
that's a lot of money. No, I'm just saying, when did it get real? When you were like crazy with it?
We went on tour. We had a record label at the time.
Yeah.
And everybody came with bags. Like, a bag and a bag.
Yeah.
For tour. We're going to be going in states.
Right.
How many states we were going to? And
Oh Lord.
yo, I brought a trunk. I literally bought 3 changes of outfits a day.
Oh wow.
And we were on tour for about 2.5, maybe 3 months.
Wow. How many trunks?
And then at home, I'm pulling tags off of stuff I forgot I bought. And I own a clothing company. What am I buying clothes for?
I was gonna ask that question, and you kind of just answered it for me. We about to take a break.
Jack, yeah, black on.
Hey man, we about to do a quick hot seat with our guy J. Alexander Martin. So make sure you ask the first question, sir. We just want quick questions, quick answers.
Most inspirational person that you met during this ride?
Nelson Mandela.
Oh wow. Is there a favorite clothing that y'all created that you still like? Yeah, that was the one right there.
A group called Crown Holder.
Who inspired the Platinum FUBU?
A guy named Bobby Joseph.
Wow.
Great designer.
What made y'all do the jersey? Was it just at the time that y'all started doing the jersey?
No. Starts with an S. I can't remember his name. He's gonna kill me. It starts with an S.
That was my favorite thing, them jerseys, boy. I had to
it was red and white in Jersey. Starts with an S.
I had to think about it.
Real big guy.
Most expensive purchase that you made?
Purchases.
Y'all do more than just clothing. You do TV and all that. How are y'all staying relevant right now, just in your opinion?
I think we like what we like, we make. What we need, we make. And that's just how we stay.
The partnership with Puma, how important was that?
I think it was great because, we grew up on Puma, and for them to want to do a collaboration was like, that was humbling. Yeah, I think that was really great. And that was worldwide, too.
Yeah.
Since it's a sports show, what's the greatest sporting event you've been to?
Super Bowl, and I was sitting on the 50-yard line, and Cochran was like 12 rows behind me, looking at me like, how he get those seats?
He had his American Gangster moment. Favorite person you seen wear your clothes?
Michael Jackson.
Oh,
that's
dope.
We got to go to break on that.
That's dope.
Listen to the Crush Sports Talk on the Sensation Station Network. We're here today, man. We're honored, man, that you came in and talked with us, man. I'm glad we was able to do this. J. Martin Alexander, founder of FUBU. Got a book out now, Money Makes Me Crazy. This book is out.
He's doing speaking engagements.
He's doing speaking. He's doing radio shows and talk shows and everything. Go ahead and say the guy that we were talking about that we're trying to get out.
Simeon Rice. I know I started with an S.
Yeah. Jimmy Rice did play for the Cardinals.
That's how we got the
Yeah.
FUBU jerseys. That's
Yeah.
how we got the FUBU jerseys in these streets.
He gave us a jersey, and gave us all a jersey, and we wore it the next day, all the same, and we was like, wow, we all look like the triplets here. like we a boy band. You know what? Maybe we need to do jerseys. And
Wow.
And then I started coloring up a million. Actually, it came to a point where the NFL called us up and was like, yo, you can't do this no more. You sell more jerseys than us. And then they put a cease and desist, and I couldn't do colors of their colors. And I was like, man, I got more colors than that, man. I got colors. I got colors for days.
You do.
What was the 05?
It just looked better.
Oh.
04 don't look right. Aesthetics, man, aesthetics. I'm telling you, I'm a
know,
mastermind.
now
Let me tell you
you
something.
know.
Let me tell you
You have
something.
just answered a big question.
You're gonna give me a question. I'm gonna give a question to you. Our main color is red. Why? Why do you think?
Because it pop. It's recognizable.
Yeah, I think because red just got that fire look.
Wrong.
What's it?
I'm a genius, and let me tell you why. What I did was, I looked at Coca-Cola. I took the Coca-Cola red, and I dipped the color and used the same exact color. Why? Because there's years and years of marketing in that color. So when you see it, you don't know why you want it. You want it because
That's what you're used to.
You're so used to it.
Crazy.
I used Pepsi Blue, Tiffany Green.
Why right now? That's just genius. Sir, you do deserve the genius. You deserve the genius.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I pick all my colors. I pick it from something that's synonymous with something.
And our eyes have already been fixated on it.
Your eyes are fixated, and you're like, why do I want this? When I put black, I don't put it's not gray black. It's jet black because we want black. We don't want gray because we want jet black. Like, we know what we want, and that's why we were so good at what we did because we knew. And then two, me having a vision, like I said, of being all over the world, knowing what everybody wants. And I traveled everywhere, every state, and I would just sit there and watch. And I can't see. Like, I got contacts on, and I can't see, so I'm sitting there staring. When I'm staring real hard, I'm like just reading, looking, and seeing what you're wearing, I'm looking at the collar, I'm looking how you wear it, I'm looking at all that.
It's funny because now that he say that, probably the best-selling FUBU hat and T-shirt combination was the red one with the white lettering.
And you don't know why.
I had the
Nobody know why.
I had the jersey. I wore it out. I mean, I wore it too much. It had holes in it. My wife like, can we
There's
please?
a science to it, man. It's a science to it.
And it's funny you say because, like I said, I always like of all the numbers, like why 05?
Think about it. When you look at when it's a sports show, how many people are good at what they do as far as sports, and they have the 5 number?
It is
It's a lot of 5s.
It's a favorite number of a lot of people.
A lot of 5s.
Wow.
It's all like I can't pick 4. Who's number 4 that gets something? Call up now, number 4.
Some 4 like I was good. No, you wasn't.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
wasn't.
But you say call up number 5. That bling bling bling. Right. Oh, you know.
You know the first one popped in my head. Reggie Bush at USC was number 5.
5. He was 5. Yeah. Donovan McNabb was 5.
He sure was.
Yeah.
We have just messed us up.
That's crazy.
I just,
There's a science to it, man. Tell you. I do this for real.
Clearly.
Can you stay with us a little bit while, man, one more segment?
Oh, I'm here all night. We can do it.
Okay, man. So, I'm still,
Wow.
I got to get my jaw off the floor.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola red. Wow. Hey, man, we are still continuing our conversation with J. Alexander Wright. What has been some of the, people always probably come to you asking advice. What is some of the advice that you try to give people about just anything, life, business? What are some of the advice that you try to give people out there when they come to you?
Like I said, I'm always getting questions, but, the number one question most likely is probably about entrepreneurship. And they'll say something like, what I hate to do is try to run your business by you asking me a question and I'm suddenly giving you an answer to turn your business. Like what I've done, you can't do. It's just not gonna happen again. Now, what you can do can happen, and you can take it to another level. So I don't like to give too many answers that are like defining. I give more like kind of theory answers. So like, you know, somebody else talk about business and whatever. What's the most important thing in the business? I say time. And they say time. What are you talking about time? And I say time. Yeah, think about it. Everything goes back to time. You gotta open the store at the right time, right? You gotta put it on sale at the right time. You gotta buy it at the right time. I mean, it goes on and on and on and on and on.
How were you guys able to penetrate the retail market like that? Because, like I say, when I was with Foot Locker, all of a sudden we started getting the jerseys. I mean, you guys have popped up. You guys were everywhere. Was it because of the demand?
Well, I called it, I mean, in hindsight, we pre-marketed. We put it out there and, you know, with LL and every place, and then commercials that we did, and we kind of held it back so you couldn't get it. So you built the demand for
Great,
it.
yeah.
Right? Now, we had this genius thing God gifted us with, a company called Samsung, and they had distribution. So we had unlimited distribution. So we were able to do things that nobody can do. We had salesmen all over the globe.
Wow.
It's free 99 over here.
Yeah, man. Giving y'all this.
We ain't talking about, you know, okay, yeah, so we had an internet page, like, and we're in the web.
No.
Click.
How important was...
Scroll.
How important was HBCUs to what y'all had going on?
Oh man, I used to love going to them because you know what's funny? I went to FIT, so like I never really. I'm sitting there, like camaraderie. We didn't have all that camaraderie because, to be honest, FITs. Everybody, we ain't gotta say all that. I mean, ain't too much camaraderie really going on. You know, that's another story. So with HBCUs, it just was like, wow, look at these guys. They just having fun. I mean, I could never get the dance part of it. And I ain't getting, you know, but then they was talking about the, you know, or you ain't burning me with nothing, you know, cause I'm just like, but I just loved the way, you know, it just was like black people getting together and just learning, and everybody just looked so smart.
Right.
I felt so stupid. I'm going in, I didn't go to the school, and I'm just like, I'm partying with them, and I'm like, wow. And I remember one time, I went to one of the homecomings, and there was this older woman. She had this silver hair, and she was so banging. I mean, she was like, and I was stood there for like, just in awe of her. I didn't know if she was a teacher. I don't know if that was her color hair. I don't know if she had a wig. I don't know what it was. But it just made me look like, wow, like she's probably went to the school before, whatever. But everybody just looked good.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's something that you don't see. Sometimes you wish this was your block. You just want to sit there and stay there. But unfortunately, like I said, my travels was in the Navy and through FIT, so I didn't get to go. But now I'm an honorary Sigma.
Okay.
You know,
There it is.
Honorary Sigma. They jumped on that quick.
Yeah. Yo, come here, let me talk to you. What you about thinking about being a?
We see what's going on with social media.
Yes.
And just imagine if we had had
I
Twitter,
get that all the time,
Instagram,
man,
when you guys broke out.
Yo, we laugh about that all the time. We say that, man. We would be actually, I would be off the chain. Oh my God, because I dated all the video models and
so you've been all the
publicists. I was the one.
We just saw Jay Alexander, boy. He was.
Oh man, I was all. And actually, all three of my partners are married now. I'm still single. No kids. They all got kids. No, adults, rather, I should say now. Almost.
You might walk out. There might be a whole crew out there shooting they shot.
God is almighty!
God is good. Come get you.
Nah, it's all good.
Shooting they shot when he get outside.
God is almighty!
But
wow.
when we talk about culture, we talk about the hip hop culture, but also sports. Like you said, Simeon Rice and people like that. When you were going to games and you were seeing players had on a FUBU, I call it the jersey or the FUBU basketball jersey, whatever. What was that like for you guys? Because I know you're in fashion, but everything's relative. Sports, hip hop, all of that. You were a big part of all of that, especially when we talk about sports and seeing what we did. Because it wasn't like throwing that FUBU after you were finished, after a game.
Because you fresh.
Yeah.
You know what? In our time, I think we brought everything together. Everything was just one great big world. I mean,
Right.
you talk about HBCUs, you just said. You talk about, athletes. You talk about rappers. You talk about music. It was just one big ball of just fun and people making money and people doing stuff. So it wasn't really like that. It just was, it's a great time.
Yeah.
I don't know if it could ever happen again.
Wow.
At least not the way these millennials and people are going.
Real quick, Tina Gillis is on with us. She said, you definitely set the blueprint of pushing the envelope. Made this brown girl love colored and abstract clothing.
Yeah. We eased into it. We didn't, jump into it hard, but that's what you got to do. Fashion is fashion.
Right. And I guess being a fashion guy, could you sense, okay, it's time to try this? It's time to, because I remember like with the jerseys, I went from the solid jerseys to all of a sudden we're doing like the faded blends. Like to me, I was like, oh, they matching up with the Air Max. That's what they out here doing.
Well, yeah, no. What? Of course. What are you talking about? I used to call up my boys at Nike. Yo, give me the book. Let me see what's got.
I knew it. I'm fashion forward.
Do that.
I'm fashion forward.
We go. We tell you, yo, look over there. And we go in the back. And we steal books. And Foot Locker.
So he was like, we got to get that to match up right there.
We have people in Foot Locker. We have people with Nike. We have people Adidas. We have people inside, people everywhere.
Wow.
I freaking knew it.
How happy are you for the guys? You doing great right now, right?
Yeah. Listen, I could take my hat off 300 million times for Damon, because when the brand wasn't really what it was because of just time, bell curve, simple business. And he kind of went out there and did something else and reinvented himself, and it kind of kept us out there, and it kept us out there for Mid-America versus the let's say the hood per se. And he's doing very, very well for himself. I'm closely behind him. Keith is doing actually FUBU Radio. I'm on radio right now. He does FUBU Radio, FUBURadio.com. And Carl does a lot of our licensees, brings a lot of licensees, and just as well as he took on the hotel division. And we actually had a property that we had over on what's this called?
And you hear guys, now, guys say boycott, then Floyd say, well, I'm shopping.
Yeah.
When you hear this kind of talk, being in the fashion industry, what are your thoughts on it?
Okay, I just wrote, I guess they call it op-ed, just recently on my page, IG, A Fashion Mind, letter A, Fashion, M-I-N-D. And I challenge everybody to read it and tell me what they think, per se. But I'll give you a synopsis of what it was. So basically, I said, they're, in a nutshell, Gucci's and all these brands, they're not for us anyway. So why should you hold them at a high standard? That's high standard. You hold them at this high standard, and the end anyway. So now you're mad. So then the only people that really get anything out of it is the people that activate and go, "Whoa, don't buy," and then stand up there. They get money from them somehow or whatever. And in the end, the customer's sitting around looking like, "Well, what am I supposed to do?"
I'll take us another break. Stay with us. Man, you're in the second hour of the Crush Sports Talk on the Sensation Station Network. We have been honored and blessed to have our guy, J. Alexander Martin of FUBU.
Yes.
I'm also the author of Money Makes Me Crazy.
Learned a lot today, baby.
This game, man, is interesting. I'm glad you asked that question, Maceo, because that's the hot thing right now. And I think we always go to the, I wish that we did see more FUBUs on today's. I mean, we all kind of get into we have to wear not us clothing, and we don't do enough of going back and wearing our clothing, because you still got clothes out there, right?
Yeah. We're launching in a store called Century 21 March 1st. We're in Forever 21. We line of Forever 21, which is exclusive deal. We can go to FUBU.com, get stuff. Like, it's, we have a few other stores, mom and pops and stuff around. So we still out there. We have a distribution deal overseas where you can still buy stuff from overseas. I mean, it's still
you
there.
still get it.
I mean,
It's on you, y'all.
That's on
It's
y'all.
on
it's
you.
on you. It's there. You just if you want it, you want it. If not, go buy some vintage. It's always Google me, baby.
So,
Shoot.
culturally, are we just that? Where are we at as a culture, as our people, into where we need those labels on our back or those type of things, or we need to drink a certain things, or like we've talked about a little bit, the knots have to be in our pocket to be there. Or I mean, like you said, in the 90s, we were a culture of where everybody blended in, and we just wanted to wear. We wanted to wear FUBU. We wanted to wear car
But
canai. You know what I'm saying?
See, what it was, I think, we were a different breed. We were all happy, and it wasn't as much of a crab in a barrel thing. And it did morph into somewhat of a crab in a barrel. But then from crab in a barrel, it went to, I don't care about what you did. I'm doing this now. And I know better. And I know how to do it. But you only know because you're looking at the blueprint, but you can look at the blueprint all you want, you still can't put it together. That's like when you go to IKEA and you see the picture and how you got 12 screws left.
Boy, that's like the most frustrating.
That's me all the time.
I'm like, it's up,
It's
but
the
is it
same
really
principle.
up?
It's the same principle.
And what point is it gonna fall?
Is it up,
Same
really?
principle. That's what everybody thinks nowadays. And everybody, it's a culture today with, people are, there's narcissistic, selfishness. It's me, me, me. I mean, let's go back. I mean, this is sports. Like, we talk about sports. You look at the team. I want off the team. Man, you better go out there. What you mean you want off the team? I don't want to be here no more.
Sure. We switching lanes
Who does
quicker.
that?
Right? We switching lanes a lot these days.
And this is the culture now. I'm like, what is going on? And I'm here to change it. I'm here to at least give a different set of values and go say, just look at it. Just think about what I'm saying. Just please. Because we got to turn the corner, man. This is ridiculous.
This has been so knowledgeable for me tonight, man. This was a little bit more than I even expected tonight. I knew this was gonna be dope, but this is even doper.
Yeah, I'm glad I missed the game. I don't even know what the score is.
Yeah. You would miss this.
I could tell you.
It's gonna probably be
I
bad.
can kind of. It's like the Knicks. So I know.
Yeah. Hey man, so we come back, man. We're gonna talk a little sports with you.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're gonna see, see
Good
that
segue.
knowledge. See you do that knowledge right there.
We'll talk about the Knicks.
Yeah, we're back. Finally got me one tonight. I ain't got no lyrics.
Y'all got the best beds ever.
He always brings us back strong.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
he brings us back strong.
That's just
She didn't know what it was, right?
Yeah.
That's the up top in him, though. That's the up top in him.
He a New Yorker.
Yeah, that's the up top in him.
So let me ask you this: what sport makes you stop and say, "I gotta watch this"?
Now, basketball, period, because I used to have floor seats.
And plus, you had a gym in the
Yeah.
bottom of your basement.
Yeah, that's true.
So when you look at, we know you're a Knicks fan, so
Yo, you know it.
are you feeling like the Hawks right now? Are you feeling like us right now?
I'm sorry?
I mean, y'all 17 losses in a row, man.
Yeah, but we tanking on purpose.
Shots fired.
Tank for Zion.
Take it for Zion.
Tank for Zion.
So who would you want to come to New York?
So I smoke cigars.
Mm-hmm.
So we sit in our cigar lounge, and we talk about this all day. And we say, who's coming is Clay. Clay's hopefully, and KD. We saying they coming.
Y'all claiming Clay and KD.
And KD.
Now you know Clay, not Clay, but you know KD a little too sensitive for New York now. I don't know if he can handle the media.
He ready.
He'll
Y'all
take
know
it sensitive now.
How that commercial go? He ready. I can't sing, but
I mean,
I tried.
They're gonna be hard on KD in New York now. They're gonna be hard.
Yo, but KD could be beyond like paid. Like he should have did. He's gonna do what what LeBron should have did.
Mm.
You know how much money you make in New York?
Oh, without a doubt.
You make way more.
So y'all got the money though. Y'all got plenty of it.
I'm not even talking about on the court. I'm talking about off the court.
That's what I'm saying. But it's,
all that media money. Oh,
yeah. So let me ask you this. I always tell everybody, to me, the greatest New York athlete was Derek Jeter because of how he moved around New York. No scandal, no nothing.
We say he should write a book.
And he survived it.
He should write it.
Nobody had nothing bad to say about Derek Jeter.
Yeah, I can go with that. But I like the closer too.
Mariano Rivera.
Yeah.
But we usually just sit back and say,
What? Number one, listen. What will happen with him?
Yeah, we know. Yeah.
What happened? I'm sorry. Could somebody say something? Could somebody
Unanimous.
tell it?
Unanimous.
He first unanimous.
Yeah, unanimous.
Yes,
Hall of
yes,
Fame.
man,
Yeah, we got
he
you.
is.
We got you.
Yes, he is.
Hey,
yes,
so
he is.
Jay, we appreciate you coming in, man. Tell everybody what you got going on right now, man.
Oh my God.
I mean, we got to give you enough time to go through everything.
Yeah. Because you're speaking. You got speaking engagement in the 8.
Well, yeah. Tomorrow we have a Urban League. I'm at the Urban League. I'm at the, darn it,
Federal Building.
Federal Building.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at the Federal Building. It actually is sold out. I'm gonna be speaking
I
there.
just saw that.
It's sold out. I am actually newly founded equity fund. I'm a partner in. Veterans Capital is called. Veterans Capital Partners. What else am I doing? I just relaunched FUBU TV. We have about 12 reality shows coming out.
What's up?
What else? That's on Verizon. You can get it actually on Comcast here. Comcast VOD. If you can go to Comcast Station VOD, you can check out what we're doing, see the trailers of what's going on. And next month you can start watching it. What am I missing? My book, Money Makes Me Crazy, of course.
Money Makes Me Crazy. Amazon
FUBU.com.
Prime. Y'all, they can get to you in one day.
Man, I mean, I'm probably leaving stuff out because it's so much.
So I got to ask you this, to come on top of that. What's been the craziest thing that you've been offered to be a part of? You were like, man, that's just a little too outlandish. Because I'm looking at, like you say, Damon Shark Tank, he doing
I don't really get that. Damon probably gets that. Now, if Damon was sitting there, he'd probably tell you some crazy stuff. Yeah, I don't really get that.
But don't come at you like that?
No, you know what's funny? People don't come at me like any kind of way.
Really?
I have that demeanor, like, I do. I have that demeanor. I don't really get I'm not that one.
Right.
I'm not saying I'm a, killer, but don't push me that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, quoting the great.
Yeah.
But, I just, people don't come at it. If they come to me, they come with me like, hey, let's figure it out.
Yeah.
Let's work. Like, because, I'm a win-win person.
When you're speaking in front of people, I'm sorry, Max, I didn't want to, but when you're speaking in front of people, what do you get from it? What do you draw from it?
I don't really draw from it. I draw to it. I just like to give everything I have inside because God gave it to me and put me on a pedestal and put me and blessed me so much. I can't go to the next level that I really want to go to until I give it all away and start all over again.
That's a great scene. You got to give it all away before you can move on.
That's crazy, man. And like I said, I hate that social media thing went pop because I would have truly been a FUBU model because
I'm glad it wasn't.
Yeah, I was every day.
You know what it says? I mean, I can't quote it 100%, but the Bible, when you gave up all your body, your valuable possessions. I'm giving up all that I have as far as my knowledge. I'm not one to be like, yo, I'm not gonna tell you because I'm trying to hold it. Listen, I'm gonna get more. I'm gonna get more. I get more designs, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'll give it to you, and it is what it is.
We thank you so much, man. Tell them your social medias too. Don't forget that.
Okay, so Twitter is the letter J, Alexander, the letter M, and
Instagram.
Instagram is A Fashion Mind, letter A, Fashion, M-I-N-D. Facebook is my name, J. Alexander Martin.
Yeah.
And that's where you can find him. And sir, we appreciate this so much.
No,
man.
I appreciate this.
This was awesome.
It's like therapy to me.
We about to take some
I'm
photos.
about to cry,
Queen.
y'all.
We about to take some
Bring
photos.
it back.
We'll be back.